What's going on, guys? Drewzy here, back again with another video. Now, I know some of you have been saying on comments in my recent videos that I have not had any criticism towards red links throughout the course of my content here on my channel. And I don't really feel that essentially name calling or very direct criticism necessarily will cause change in anything, regardless of the issues that are within this game. Is this game without any bugs or any problems? Absolutely not. This game has plenty of bugs and problems currently within the game, and I think a lot of that has to stem from the BFU, which had a lot of problems when it initially started. We've had the hyperdrive bug, we had the energy bug, where essentially you would cast a unit or something like that, it would take the energy away, but the unit would disappear off the field, characters getting caught behind the new kid, Dwarf King Clyde's ability not really working even at all. A lot of different stuff have happened with the BFU. That's not just all of them, that's just some of them. But I think the best way to get the game to improve going forward is constructive criticism. Now, one of the big things that some people have been complaining about as well is the fact that free-to-play players don't have any kind of advantage in the game whatsoever, and that this has basically now become a pay-to-win style game. Now, in any free-to-play game, there is always going to be a pay-to-win mechanic that eventually a pay-to-win player will have more of an advantage over a free-to-play player. If you're just going to be a casualty player, you're not going to be one of the top 10, 100, maybe even top 200 players in the world if you're not putting forth the effort, a lot of effort, in a free-to-play style mentality. I know there are people in the top 500 in the world. I think there might even be one or two in the top 250 in the world that are free-to-play players currently right now within the game, because they work tirelessly on PVE and PvP, refreshing those PvP packs, things like that. That's how you're going to be able to grind and get up there in the rankings. If that's more or less what you're concerned with and just not having a free, fun experience within this game, I think the best advantage for a free-to-play style player, as you're watching me play gameplay here to the side, is in PvE. So I think there are some constructive changes that we can make within PvE, as well as, of course, the plethora of issues that still need to be addressed by the development team, which I know for the most part they're working on. There is probably tons of stuff to still do. I don't think that adding new content, like adding Robo Bebe recently, and adding the team events basically as a minor distraction, was maybe the best route for Red Links to go as far as, you know, making the game seem like everything's okay. But we'll see as time goes on as far as with the balancing and with the hot fixes, how much it's going to take to get all this stuff cleared up. I know there's still plenty of stuff still going on. A lot of people still complaining about the bugs and issues that are going on within the game, and I have no control over the actual fixing and or adjustments that need to be made within this game. And I mean, Buck and Steve don't either. They are just community directors that then help and assist the community, whether it's content creators like myself or you guys, in taking your opinions or things that you guys are saying in social media and trying to relay that to the development team to fix issues within the game. And they are aware of most of, if not all, the issues that are going on, and I don't know how long it's going to take to fix all of them. Hopefully a lot of them are fixed here soon. But one of the big things that I think could change the game going forward in a positive light is changing the structure of PvE, and I have some suggestions on what I think could be done to make that easier, especially for free-to-play players within the game. The main one that I think is that you need to do away with this whole that there is 16 times you can play the same level and then you're done and you can't get any rewards from that level going forward. As you see here, I'll show pictures to the side of me having fully completed certain levels. As you can see, there are 2 levels for, there's 2 levels for adventure, there are 3 levels for both mystical and sci-fi, and there's 4 levels right now within PvP for fantasy cards. There are none for neutral cards. So one of the big things you could do, obviously, is add a neutral theme to PvE. I don't know essentially where you would add that in or how you would go about doing that, but definitely having the ability to get materials or mats for all these different neutral cards, because there are a lot of very strong neutral cards that would really help a free-to-play or even a pay-to-win account in being able to be more effective in both PvP and PvE. But you don't have those materials. The only way to obtain them is in through PvP packs, event packs, buying other packs, or getting lucky in the shops. So I mean, that's probably going to be one of the best ways to do it, is to add that mechanic. So not only would adding neutral to the PvE thing help, but again, like I said, doing away with this whole 16 times you can play the same level and get items. Go to a locker limit system similar to what PvP does, in the fact that you can once per day, I don't know, max out your max out your PvE experience, go through the locker limit, grind through. You could grind through the same level. Who freaking cares what you do? Obviously, have each level be focused on that theme, maybe. So then, if you're in, say, the sci-fi theme, one of the sci-fi theme levels, and that way you can get your sci-fi materials up. More so than all the other ones, but still have the same kind of system as far as best 3-drop best loot, have that recycled through as far as what your chances at best loot are, and then just have it to where hopefully in PvE I would hope they would be more focused on materials and gold, and then try to focus PvP more so on cards and materials as well. Because to a lot of us, materials are probably the most important and crucial thing for us in leveling cards. After a certain point, we might have the cards we need, but not the materials, or we might need the materials first to see if the cards, and then just grind the cards either through playing PvP or get it through your team, through donations and things like that. I think that would be a better focus for PvE, to have more materials and gold as the main focus, to be able to grind that out every day. If you want this game to really flourish and grow, I think one of the best ways to do it is to give people more incentive to play PvE and not just PvP. Because yes, PvP pack refreshes are probably one of the best items that you can, or one of the best things you can do within the game to level up and get things that you need faster. But if you're able to make PvE a little bit more user-friendly and more free-to-play focused, I think that would help a lot of the community and make a lot of people happier. Is that the perfect solution to the free-to-play problem? Absolutely not, but at least it's a start in the right direction, in my opinion. If you add neutral theme cards in maybe a level or two, and then adding a locker limit system, so essentially when you run to the locker limit, it would make it to where that whenever the next day would start, so I would assume a refresh at midnight, whatever, certain standard time, whatever, that would reset the locker limit, and then you'd be able to do it all over again. I think it's just more incentive for more people to play this game more often than just, only being able to play PvP and using locker refreshes or using PvP pack refreshes, and then when those are away, then maybe you're gonna play for a couple matches every 4 hours and then be done, and then have to wait 4 hours for that to reset. So I mean, let me know down below, guys, what you think as far as some ways to improve the PvE system. Yes, there are a lot of problems with PvP right now, a lot of different glitches and bugs going on, and I'm fully well aware of that, as are all the other content creators and or Redlinks themselves. And that would take a lot of time to go through all the things that I've noticed or other people have reported. I haven't seen everything that's been reported as far as glitches and bugs that are going on within the game. A lot of the big ones have been addressed so far. There are still a lot more to go. And I'm not going to spend an hour sitting here talking about PvP problems. I'm trying to get constructive criticism necessary. And I wouldn't even know if I'd call this episode constructive criticism, but just ideas to improve certain experiences for certain people to try to make this game better. Because that's ultimately what all of us that really play this game want, is this game to be more balanced and more effective for both people that are going to pay money and not pay money to enjoy this game, and to make this game grow and flourish and be a more popular and fun game to play overall. But again, guys, let me know down below what you think of these ideas, essentially to improve the PvP experience. And plenty more content to come throughout the course of this week. Going to be adding some new games along with South Park Phone Destroyer here on the channel. Let me know what you think of the new games that I'm going to be adding, if you like, dislike, or if there's other games you want to see me play for you guys, whether it's mobile, console, or what have you. But until next time, guys, my name is Drewzy.